Hey, what's up, fellow geeks and nerds? It is time for another Nerd Informants film review. Our reviews are presented by Branson's IMAX Entertainment Complex. Big food, big fun, and big shopping. And of course, our reviews are also supported by Brian M. O'Neill and Ozarks Marketing Group, LLC, alongside the fine folks at the Sign Man in Hollister. We're kind of like in floating head mode. So, like, tech side of things, we're kind of in limbo. You know, our studio is just completely torn apart. We're moving to a new Nerd Informants headquarters right now. Tim's already been there several days over, and he's waiting for me. But this review is for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. We just got done watching it here at the IMAX on the giant screen in laser. And this one, 5 movies.
5 movies, Josh.
Going all the way back. And, of course, we had Will Turner. We had Henry Turner. We had Keira Knightley, we had Johnny Depp, we had Javier Bardem, we had a lot of cast of returning characters in this movie. So
the monkey's back.
The monkey's back, and of course
That's
Jeffrey Rush is also in this movie too. This was fun, but I think I said to you that the movie was really overly long.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Towards the middle, you guys know how I feel about pacing issues.
Did you fall asleep?
I didn't fall asleep.
Okay,
but
good.
I drooled a little on you. Sorry.
So that's what that was.
Yeah, it wasn't a Slurpee.
I thought it was like 5D and I had the ocean on my shoulders and stuff like that. But really, professional critics out there were saying that this particular movie was okay. It was probably the best movie since about the first or the second one. I would agree with that. The fun level was high.
I agree.
Johnny Depp was good in it as always, except you said that he was kind of phoning it in a little bit.
I kind of felt, I think he's tired. You know, he's been Jack Sparrow for 5 roles now.
You do realize that he's in his 50s.
And, well, yeah, of course. And just like anyone we've had for several sequels, he might be getting a little bored with the character. And I kind of sense that he wasn't, you know, when somebody didn't say Captain Sparrow, like, he didn't go through his whole thing this time. Like, that wasn't a big deal anymore. And, like, I was like, well, that's kind of key. That's, like, what I look forward to.
He wanted to see the line, there should have been a captain in there somewhere.
And he never asked once, why is the rum gone? So...
Well, he did ask for, like, some shipments of rum, though.
Yeah,
he did do that.
216 barrels of rum.
Okay, so about this movie, what worked for you overall?
Easily, the new cast members, the young man playing Henry Turner, and the young woman, what's her character's name? I don't want to say it wrong. She's named after a star. We'll just leave it at that. But the 2 young star...
Keira Smith?
Yeah, the actress.
Yeah, Smith.
There we go.
Yeah.
They both stood out to me amazingly. Like, you know, you've got these seasoned actors like Orlando Bloom, like Johnny Depp, and you really want them to not fall into the background. And they held their own ground, which was fantastic. And that's what I was worried about. But like I said, they were just excellent. What also worked for me in this movie is that even 5 movies in now, we're still getting original content, okay? 3rd one was awkward. The 4th one I slept through. But this one, okay, I think I'm going to have to agree with those other critics out there in saying that, you know, 3 and 4, but 1, 2, 5, I think we got a set trilogy with those.
So you can say with this one, really, it is kind of a return to form then.
Exactly.
All right, I want to talk about Javier Bardem a little bit as Salazar. A lot of the professional critics out there said his character, Captain Salazar, was kind of like wooden, kind of like cookie-cutter type villain. I actually thought that he had quite a bit to do in the movie, although the pacing in the middle, the movie was just too long and he was just kind of left out there. And I think that contributed to where those comments came from with him being kind of this cookie-cutter villain type. He was good when he was on screen.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. He was fantastic. I would have liked to have seen him, you know, maybe take the life of a few of our main characters. It seems like that's really all he focused on was getting rid of the extras.
He was on the hunt for pirates, though.
So he was on the hunt for pirates, but he didn't kill anyone that I felt a personal connection with on screen. And I felt like he needed to amp that up just a little bit more for me to be that awesome villain that I thought he was going to reach the potential for. But towards the end, it just kind of seemed like they ran out of things for him to do. And but other than that, you know, no, he was a fantastic villain. I don't see cookie cutter at all. That never came to mind once while watching the movie. So definitely, hands down performance for him, and his chemistry with Johnny Depp, which is fantastic to know that they do have awesome chemistry on screen together, since they are going to be together for probably the next 20 years in this monster universe that Universal's creating. So,
a lot to see, a lot to expect. So again, with this particular movie, a lot of fun, good action, some chemistry amongst the core cast members, which was really good.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got a pretty good premise, although problem for me was when we got to that point, after the movie dragged on for way too long, we got there, and of course they were all on this collision course. They were trying to get the Trident of Poseidon, which was going to grant the the owner control over the seas and would reverse any curses from the entire film history to this point.
That's right.
5 movies in.
So
but when we got there, the payoff just wasn't enough for me, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the Days of Future Past.
The story was executed wrong. Yeah.
Just things just... I would have did it a little bit different if it was me. And also, freaking Trident looked like it was made out of kryptonite. Like, you guys not got anything original? You got, I guess if Disney's going to steal one thing from DC.
All they did was borrow it from Rita Repulsa and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You had that reference, and I think you really stuck the landing very, very well, my friend, on that one.
That was a bit weird.
So, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. It could be the end of a franchise, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into any details on why that could be the case, but I'm just going to ask you this straight up. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
5 movies over with Dead Men Tell No Tales. Should this franchise be put to rest until somebody inevitably decides to reboot it? Should it be done at this point? Did it close it out properly for you?
I think it's a good close. Okay, we got Orlando Bloom, we got Keira Knightley back on the screen. We kind of wrapped up their story that kind of didn't sit well with a lot of audiences all those years back for movie number 3.
Yeah.
So it was a good wrap up for them. It was a good wrap up for Johnny Depp. Altogether, I think we should end it. Wait 10 years and then Disney can reboot it with Robert Downey Jr. as Jack Sparrow. Because we all know that's going to happen.
No, man, no. That is not the way that needs to go. But yeah, I think the franchise is over with. It needs to be dead and done for a while until somebody decides to reboot it. We got a lot of closure with some scenes there, folks. But I will tell you, Tim and I were surprised by this, but thanks to Trent, he gave us a heads up on it. If you come see this movie, you need to stay until the very end. There is a scene for you to take in. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you do need to stay until the very end of the movie. So, buddy, let's wrap it up. How many pocket protectors out of 10 are you going to give Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales?
Definitely. I had fun with this movie. Some things I would have done a little bit different, but that's me with every movie. Just about. So 8 out of 10 pocket protectors for this fellow nerd right here.
All right. 8 out of 10. Very solid score from Mr. Church. I'm going to join him. Pocket protectors out of 10 for this particular movie. The end of a franchise. The end of the Pirates movies. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.5. Pocket protectors out of 10. So it is definitely certified nerdy, a fitting wrap to a series of films there, friends. But you need to come and check it out in the most pristine format you can, which is the IMAX. 12 channels of sound, IMAX laser. You can check it out in 2D or 3D, and they can also go over to Branson Meadow Cinemas. It is also showing there as well. So you got lots of options right here in Branson, Missouri. Of course, your cinema of choice in your neck of the woods. And live from the IMAX. Until Tim and I see you next time, dear nerds, stay nerdy.